I
And
mean,
Cardi is
yeah,
interesting because he does have young listeners, and they are such a callback in a way to the Ben Trill HBA. I mean, he's literally wearing HBA. He is referencing this period of time that I was just
incredible.
referring to when he was first coming out, and Uzi and Yachty and Rocky and those guys were connected to Virgil and Heron and Matt Williams and that entire sort of streetwear
Crazy.
fuckboy resurgence of culture and music that was all tied together. And I kind of love that he's doing that. This is the thing, right? It's like him wearing HBA is still a nostalgia play, but for 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Talk about
Not to say that,
HBA.
I mean, Shane, I know, is still bringing HBA back, and they're putting things out, and these are connected. Like they're all friends and they've worked together. And but that there is mining of nostalgia there, right?
Supreme's huge drop this season, Aphex Twin. Again, right? Talk about HBA. And then Aphex Twin, a former Recluse, like puts out a playlist for them full of jams from the aughts and 90s. It's like, here's some electronic music that the heads love. And I'm like, there's a certain point in every cool thing, I think, that turns into that gets transferred into the hands of the collector, the people who put it in plastic, who grade it, who have collections, and who kind of trap it in its framing to evaluate historically, right? Discogs, and it has to happen. I don't think things can be exciting indefinitely. Streetwear being something that hinges on young people and their enthusiasm in a way that gambling and alcohol doesn't, for example. Those things are more evergreen than fashion, music. And I do think there's obviously so much interesting stuff. This is the thing that I I feel so dumb. I'm like, is rap music the worst it's ever been, or is rap music the best it's ever been?
I don't know, because I think one could also make the argument that there are so many different approaches to rap music now, like stylistically, aesthetically,
That's
that
what I mean. Yeah.
it's never been more diverse in terms of sonics and the reference points. There's
Except
such a
cool
huge
sounds. Yeah.
difference between like Xavier's So Based, which is utterly different from someone like 38 Special. Like they're all in the
Yeah.
same genre, but people are just doing totally different stuff. And I think that's kind of what rap was like way back in the day,
Hmm.
where
Yep.
you could be into what you wanted to be, and that was sort of separate from the songs that crossed over. And the anomalous period was where the same songs that you loved were the ones that were on the radio. That was kind of the oddity, where it's like, we love 50 Cent and he's on the radio. We love Jay-Z and he's on the radio. We love Wayne or T.I. or whoever. And those were also simultaneously the biggest hits out. This is a little bit more how it was, because it's so
Yep.
governed by the internet, by subcultures, by sub scenes. It's like, oh, I listen to Plug. Okay. What do you like? Like, oh, I like Dochi.
Yep.
All right. And we see Dochi and the conversations about her because people are cheering for her to be like the next Kendrick. And then other people are saying, well, I don't know. I'm not that into it. And it's like, what's wrong with you? Are you a
Yeah.
sexist? Do you have a problem with
Mhm.
lady rappers?
I mean, do we? I always wonder, like, when can I just be an abstract painter, not a Chinese abstract painter? When can I be a minimalist, not a Chinese minimalist, right? But that comes with the territory, and people are what they are. It works in and out of people's favors. And like, I think of music I still love to listen to, like jungle and breakbeat stuff. And I think of like Momo Reddy, still making amazing music from New York City. incredible, but rooted in memory and rooted in a religion. Talk about postmodernism, you know? As soon as you break one thing down and build something up, it becomes its own religion. Nikola Jokic. And people argue passionately about it in terms of belief and ethics. I love this shit. I can have an interest in any argument about music. That's my favorite thing because it kind of doesn't matter and it's all valuable. Um, and I think, I mean, I kind of want to get to this dead internet thing a little bit um, and transition to it in terms of street art, streetwear, and street music.
You're aware of the dead internet theory. The dead internet theory.
It's about online ceramics, some giant stadium shit, some bootlegs, some booties. The VIP are full of 70-year-olds who want to be away from the drinkers, who want to dance, silly dance, shrooms. The best identity and culture in all of music history.
It died with Bill Russell. No, Bill Walton.
Oof. It is
died with Danny Ainge.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
All right. R.I.P. King.